On December 4th through the 8th, 2006, an annual training event took place on the island of Maui, Hawaii. The key goal of this week-long training exercise was to maintain response relationships between agencies and understand individual roles and responsibilities during a weapons of mass destruction event. The week included two separate but related activities. The first event, Maui Situation Training Exercise, began on Monday, December 4th. The participants in this exercise included Maui County Civil Defense, Hawaii National Guard's 93rd Civil Support Team, U.S. Coast Guard, State Department of Health, Maui District Health Office, Maui County Hotel Security Association, and first responders from Maui Fire Department, Maui Police Department, and the Department of Land and Natural Resources Division of Conservation and Resource Enforcement. The second event started Wednesday, December 6th, with the opening of the Hawaii Hotel and Visitor Industry Security Association's 2006 annual conference at the Maui Prince Hotel. More than 60 members of the visitor industry security professionals gathered to discuss all hazards planning and recovery. In addition, the Hotel Security Association participated in the planning and execution of the situation training exercise. The Maui Situation Training Exercise concluded on Thursday, December 7th, with the exercise participants providing the Hotel Security Association training on the systems and equipment operations for response to a weapons of mass destruction event. The Hawaii Hotel and Visitor Industry Security Association's 2006 annual conference concluded on Friday, December 8th, with a tabletop exercise on pandemic influenza. The first day of the situation training exercise was dedicated to instruction at the new Pu'uene Armory. Cross-training was provided by the different participating agencies. Hawaii State Department of Health's Radiological Response Team demonstrated their equipment and survey procedures. The Maui Fire Department provided additional training on hazmat identification. Process identification training by the 93rd Civil Support Team, or CST, was demonstrated using two small-scale chemical and biological labs. The 93rd CST also provided cross-training on the area-ray chemical vapor and gamma-ray detection equipment. Additional equipment displayed at the site included an incident commander's radio interface, the 93rd CST's decontamination equipment, communications van and satellite dish, and response vehicles belonging to the first responders. Meanwhile, at the Wailuku Health Center, staff from the Maui District Health Office's Maui District Lab were training on bioagent triage processes and the use of the 93rd CST's polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, equipment. The Department of Health staff were also trained on sample preparation for analysis on the PCR equipment. Maui's new laboratory will include similar PCR equipment, allowing them to do rapid on-island testing of suspicious substances, thus cutting sample analysis time from days to hours. The next 3 days were filled with weapons of mass destruction response drills. On Tuesday, all forces were called to a facility where suspicious equipment was discovered. Responders were briefed by the FBI JTTF, who received the first intel and showed a map of the situation. At least 2 rooms contained some sort of laboratories. Incident command was established by Maui Fire Department and called upon the hazmat team to support the commander with scene safety, press releases, hourly weather updates, preparation for the worst-case scenario, evacuation routes, site characterization, and entry briefs and out briefs with the command element. Since this had the potential to be terrorist activity, the CST was also requested. Prior to entry, the Maui Fire Department set up several hazmat response teams. 4 entry teams of 2, an exterior reconnaissance team, a decontamination team, and a standby team were all equipped with Level A protection. The reconnaissance team did a perimeter search of the building, providing information for all to review. This information assisted in the development of an entry plan. Additional intelligence indicated that explosive devices could be present. The incident commander decided to have the hazmat team enter one room and the CST enter the other. Their orders were to go in, take pictures, and subsequently help create a plan for what to sample. This scenario was completed with a successful sampling of the suspicious materials and decontamination of all teams. Kahului Harbor was the site for the next live training event. 2 vehicles had been observed at the site for several days, and an individual heard 2 explosions and called the Department of Defense. It appeared that radiological dispersion devices had created debris fields at the breakwater boat ramp. Maui Fire Department arrived on scene and again established incident command and created an incident action plan for the situation. Teams were to check their instrumentation and do a site characterization to include what levels were in the area and of what types. The hazmat team focused their training on the area surrounding the suspicious van. They marked radiation levels at the perimeter of the explosion. The CST investigated the other vehicle and took readings around and up to its location. Upon completion of the site characterization, the entry teams were sent through dry decontamination operations. In conclusion to this land-based exercise, given the maritime environment, the responders trained forces to deploy via ship. A 47-foot Coast Guard cutter was sent to the scene as well as a 30-foot law enforcement vessel. This part of the exercise allowed the opportunity for all responders to practice ship-to-ship transfer, first without gear and then with limited protective equipment.